Did you know ASBN, America's Small Business Network, is now available on your TV? That's right. ASBN is now streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire Stick, and available for download in the App Store. Scan the QR code to download the ASBN app today. This is the SBA Update, exclusively on ASBN.
Hey everyone, Jim Fitzpatrick. Thanks so much for tuning in to the SBA Update, exclusively right here at ASBN.com, and now streaming on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. You know, one of the best times to support small businesses is during the holiday season. Joining us now is Sherry Hartley, who's the president of Alabama Goods, and Alan Thomas, who's the SBA Regional Administrator. The SBA helped support Sherry's business during the pandemic, and now her business will be opening their third location just in time for the holiday shopping season. So, folks, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you
Jim.
for having us. We appreciate it.
Sure. So, Sherry, let's start with you. Tell us about your business, about your products, and how you got started.
Alabama Goods is a company that sells products made in Alabama all across the state of Alabama. And it's a wide variety of things, from pottery, jewelry, soap, candles, towels, t-shirts, gourmet food, gift baskets, and boxes, which is very big this time of year. We could not believe the talent in Alabama. We're Alabamians. We're proud of the state. We love the fact that we're promoting the state, and yet we were still surprised at all these things that we were finding. We found this space in Homewood that was vacant. Homewood on 18th Street is a historic shopping district. It's a beautiful area. We later opened a store in Huntsville, so that's our second location.
Wow.
And then tomorrow we're opening our store in Hoover. So there does seem to be a demand like we hoped that there would be.
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations on all your success. And I know that the SBA was right there holding your hand kind of along the way and helping you to open these locations. Alan, it's been a few years since the pandemic. What's the landscape for small businesses in America today?
Jim, first of all, I just want to thank and congratulate Sherry for she's such a great example of what we're seeing in the, as you mentioned, the post-pandemic era. Make no bones about it. It was a challenging time for small town USA and Main Street businesses. They don't have the deep pockets that corporate America has.
That's right.
But they're also the most, have the most ingenuity and creativity in terms of evolving their business to make it match what needs to be successful. And that's what we've seen. And we've seen over close to 14 million new small businesses just in the past 2 years, from new businesses launching, many of them with new concepts, led, by the way, not by perfect example here, led by women. Actually, double the number of women are launching small businesses. Really, the growth of small business has exploded in the past 2 years. Mainly, honestly, a lot of companies deciding that I'm going to get digital. I've got to get beyond my small town and make it happen.
Yeah, that's so true. Sherry, your business faced the negative effects of the pandemic, obviously. How did the SBA help your business during this critical time?
Well, just to give you an idea of what we experienced, our store shut down for a month and a half. When we did open the doors back up, we had many fewer shoppers. People just weren't wanting to get out and about.
Yeah.
Like Alan said, we had to get really creative in our offerings.
Yeah.
One thing is, I don't know if you remember how difficult it was to find face masks.
Yes.
Well, we had some textile vendors, and what they did is they started making face masks that we could start selling. And we sold a ton of those in the stores and online. We had a candle vendor who switched from making candles to making hand sanitizer.
Wow.
So we sold a ton of that hand sanitizer. There was a company that makes alcohol, a distillery. They started making hand sanitizer. SBA stepped in. The PPP loan that we received was really what we needed to bridge that gap. We did not during that time lay off any employees.
Wow.
We
That's
just
great.
had them doing other things.
That is fantastic.
So we met the criteria for the loan to be forgiven. So that was a major boost for us. In fact, so much of a major boost that were it not for that, we would have stalled our plans to open our Hoover store.
That's great. A true entrepreneur. Figure you pivot, you find a new way, you start making masks and hand sanitizer, and keep going, right?
That's right.
Yep, that's
you
fantastic.
do what you have to do,
Sure.
which is typical in the small business world.
That's right. That's right. Do you want to comment on that at all, Alan? I mean, obviously, so many small businesses, and I know that you've worked with so many in the SBA, obviously, in similar situations, right, that got us through those times.
And a great testament to that is Saturday. This past Saturday was Small Business Saturday across the entire country.
That's right.
And I spent most of my day eating chocolate and buying goods and walking sidewalks and in a few places, here across my region. And I tell you, 17.9 billion in revenue last year in 2022 on Small Business Saturday alone.
Wow.
And we expect that number to be 25% more this year. And I think the important thing to understand is when you have a choice between large vendors and doing something locally, understand what that means. Sherry hit it on brilliantly. If you spend $100 in a local small business, 73 of those dollars stays in that community,
wow,
pays for your infrastructure,
sure,
gets people employed, and is multiplied 4 to 5 times over in your local community versus many times stopping in the larger retailer, which have great products. And we wish them all the best, but that money often is sent overseas and other areas.
That's right.
So those are the things to think about. We always have that, that saying, especially in the South, support your friends in business and you will flourish and they will flourish.
That's right.
So we love our small businesses, and Sherry's a great example. And she is prototypical of the small businesses that we saw that I've been dealing with the past 2 years, being resilient, being innovative, being stubborn to the point where they're not going to let their wonderful employees go without a paycheck and opportunity. And look at them flourish now. Never a better time for small business. And small business Saturday this past week was phenomenal this entire week. And going into Christmas time, we expect that to accelerate.
I would like to comment. We really appreciate the SBA spearheading that effort.
Yeah. Because
we look at the day of sales on that particular day. And since that program started and it's built up and the momentum has built up, we do more on that day than we do on Black Friday.
Wow.
And I think it's not just that one day that it has impact. I think that they have successfully communicated to people out there the importance of doing business with local companies and the way that it positively impacts those people and those communities. And it goes beyond that one day. I think it's a collective mindset that continues all through the season.
That is fantastic. Sherry, what do you say to those people that are watching that says, well, doesn't Sherry read the news? I mean, we have high interest rates and high inflation and gas prices, and you got employment situations out there. And here she is opening up her third store. Is she crazy?
We searched and searched for the right location. We found the right location. As soon as we signed the lease on the space, we started communicating, it's coming, it's coming. Well, we have built up a frenzy. So many people are excited about the opening of this store.
Sure.
So, no, I'm not concerned. We chose a good spot. We promoted it. You can find things in a small business like ours that you couldn't find in a big box or in chain stores.
Right.
We very much listen to our customer base, and we tweak our product offerings, sharing feedback to our vendors, other Alabamians who are making these products, and share that information with them. And we're constantly adjusting and changing our products based on the feedback from our customers.
Yeah.
So people can find things at our store that they cannot find anywhere else.
Yeah, for sure. Alan, what are some of the ways that shoppers can find local small businesses for their holiday shopping and spread the awareness?
Well, you can take the little item that you carry with you every day and look online and go to your local chamber for your community, and they'll have a list of small businesses in your community. Also for SBA, if you're looking for stuff across the country with small business and how we promoted Small Business Saturday and products and ideas, you can go to sba.gov/Saturday. And that's a great spot as well as a resource. And between now and through the holidays, through Christmas, we look forward to talking more about some end of the year numbers pretty soon, which I think are going to blow some people away with small businesses. But we're excited for Sherry and others. But go to your local chamber web presence or your social media, search Shop Local, do hashtag Shop Local. You'll find a lot of great content, a lot of great products. And again, you can always go to sba.gov/Saturdays.
Wow, that's fantastic. Sherry Hartley, president of Alabama Goods, and Alan Thomas, SBA Regional Administrator. Thank you both for joining us on the show today. Very much appreciate it. We're going to show all the information on the screen here for both the SBA, if you're looking to get started, or if you need a helping hand, they are there to do that. And of course, the information on Sherry's store there in Alabama. So folks, thank you so much. Love to do a follow-up to see how things are moving along, Sherry. Thank you.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Jim.
Thanks for watching the SBA Update, exclusively on ASBN.